The ARC has wanted an inclusive recreation space forever, and the idea of maybe having one on our property would just improve the space and our ability to provide the best level of care possible. When we first started, it was going to be for our participants, but then the more we talked about it, we decided that an inclusive playground really should be inclusive and should be for all. So when we realized we were going to have members of the community coming in to our space, we thought that the donor wall needed to be a little bit more fantastic than just a sign with names. We had this little weird outside vision of how could we make it really cool and memorable and different.
Jenny had me at inclusive and then at the idea of fun and fantastic. I love the intersection of that. And so when she came to us with this idea, she actually showed us an example of a lenticular donor wall. And it evolved from there. The idea of creating an interesting shape, using local art, combining with other community partners to create something that wasn't just flat letters on a wall, and creating something dynamic and interesting for people to experience and take it in.
I started sketching out some ideas that I had in my head. I'm not like a 3D person at all, but just putting it down on paper, seeing if it would work, and then that's when we approached New Leader Manufacturing that have a lot more of that engineering background. Just show them my sketch, and then they took it on and really build something that could actually be built. It turned out pretty similar to what I was like envisioning, so it was a really interesting process.
So once we agreed to it, we got our engineering team involved to be able to take the original concept from Hav and kind of put pen to paper, putting measurements to it, understanding the weight of it and just how big it could be and the weight it could hold, and then working with our production floor. So having it start as a flat sheet of steel and then working it through the laser and having it cut out the heart and the fins, and then working its way through weld. Between the amount of people that took for the conceptualization stages, the creativity part of it, the design, the manufacturing, the installation, everything was really impressive to work with so many incredible people, and we were just really proud to be one of those organizations.
So Laura Saylor Smith's artwork that we used as part of the donor recognition piece was a canvas that she used to test techniques in and different colors and brush strokes and stuff like that, and it just kind of evolved into this really cool collage that became the guiding look for the piece. So I incorporated in my design a lot of those same brush strokes and the same bright colors and patterns that she used. And as far as the design of the piece, bringing back the lenticular part of like the anamorphic part of it, the idea was that when you were looking at the donor wall facing it forward, all you could see was her artwork. You couldn't see anything else. But as you move to the sides, then all of these fins come out of the heart, and then you are able to see the donors and the donor levels and who were the people and the companies that donated to this cause.
One of our values at DeNovo is trust our crazy ideas. And it was really great because Jenny immediately trusted the crazy ideas and even brought a little of the crazy herself. And to see just the way these community partners came together to create this piece with us was really just an affirmation that, you know, it's in those crazy ideas, it's in that collaboration where you get that real magic.
The way this community is supportive of nonprofits, and Jen's idea of knowing that New Leader Manufacturing might be a great fit, and it was almost an instant yes. And then when I called Laura Saylor Smith, who is a longtime friend who does this beautiful artwork, she too very quickly was on board. So this process that came together to be this beautiful final product, I don't think would have happened in most communities, but because of the way Cedar Rapids operates and supports each other and how we network with each other, it turned into a really beautiful end piece.
When we look at our charitable giving and how we want to support the community, one overarching theme is removing barriers for people. And so being tied to this project for the ARC, and that is their mission, is to remove some of those barriers that people have to have that inclusion in our community. And so it just really matched New Leader's mission and purpose with charitable giving as well.
This whole project was like really, really special for me. Not only because it was just a really cool project to work on, everything just felt right as far as timing. I'm also a board member at Murals and More, so at the same time this project with the ARC was happening, I was also coordinating a mural at the ARC, and it all happened at the same time. It was unveiled at the same time, and it just was a very special moment to be a part of.
I am immensely proud of that entire project. My pride is shown every time we have out-of-town visitors. I drive them by the playground, I take them in, I show them the signs, I show them how we worked with De Novo to have the donor wall on the inside and welcome signs on the outside, and it's whimsical and safe and happy. And so I feel like it's the first thing that I do when we have people come in from out of town. I'm that proud of it.